Moorlands Radio Sport, in association with Leek Building Society.
Yeah, Josh, another sad game really, where you got at least a point there and you lost in the last closing stages.
Yeah.
How did you sum that game up?
Yeah, I think sad's a good word. To be honest, yeah, it is disappointing. Obviously, you know, it's always worse when you lose a game in the manner that you've done. And obviously, we've taken the lead 3 consecutive games now and only got a point for it. So, you know, we've got to address that pretty quickly. I thought in the first half, for 40 minutes we were outstanding. We were absolutely outstanding. And again, you know, we've got to score more than one goal when we have that level of dominance. Because again, we're finding that at this level, if you don't take those chances when you're on top, you don't make that pressure count, you know, that it can come back to bite you on the backside. So, you know, I thought what we did so well for 40 minutes was we switched play incredibly well, we managed the ball incredibly well, and then out of possession we prevented them from doing that, which with them having 3 centre-backs and wing-backs, we knew that would be something we'd have to do well. And then we just looked leggy, we got tired and couldn't sustain it, and then our quality on the ball and the courage to take the ball and the things that we were doing in the first half dwindled, and it becomes a bit more of a dogfight. And obviously, yeah, just at the end there with the long throw, there's that many bodies in the box. I mean, we knew that the weapon was there. It was, you know, it's hard to defend, and obviously we'll break the goals down and we'll work out and talk about what we can do better. But obviously we've got to dust ourselves down and go again. We've got 48 hours to recover and prepare, like everybody has. And you know, I've just said to them in there, I need warriors now. We know we've got to go again, and we've got to find a way of getting some points on the board on Monday. But listen, from a performance point of view, we're happy. Football will be defined by what happens in both boxes, though.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, it was a mistake, wasn't it? Really, knowing that there was a long throw weapon in their armoury to allow the ball to go out where it went out for the throw-in.
I can't remember how the ball went out for the throw-in.
We thought that Liam would probably have the chance to at least.
He's come across, hasn't he? Yeah, I think he's made the interception, and yeah, I mean, to be fair, I thought he defended really well all day, and you know, he kept, you know, their number 10, who's the top scorer in this division last year. You know, he had a sniff in the first half where he's got in down the side. Dino's come out and got to the ball first. I can't remember a massive amount else. I don't think he was one of the ones that scored today, I don't think.
No,
but,
he wasn't.
You know, I thought he kept him really quiet, and we've done some work on that around the line and defensive line, and wanting to be braver with it, which we still need to improve a little bit. But yeah, listen, I think we're just being punished, aren't we, at the moment for those, you know, those minute little details, which obviously do make a big difference. But at the same time, you know, we've got to be better in the opposition's box. We've got to have more potency when we get in the final third for all the good play, and we do sustain attacks well at times. We build, but you know, we haven't got that killer instinct at the moment, whereby we look like we're going to go and put our teams to the sword and score 2 or 3 when in reality our level of dominance in the first half wouldn't have, you know, we wouldn't have been I don't think sort of being too greedy if we'd come in at 2-0, at least 2-0 up.
No, I think you deserve to be more than a goal up at half time, and for a side that's on a losing run, if you like, your defence is good, isn't it?
Yeah, listen, we're solid and we're organised. Second half we got a little bit ragged in terms of not being able to get good enough pressure onto the ball until we freshened it up and brought some fresh legs on. Yeah, I think ultimately, you know, the goals against hasn't been too much of a concern for me, you know, particularly given we've conceded against Stockton in the 94th minute when we're chasing, the third one on Tuesday night when we're chasing, and another last minute goal. You know, I don't think we look leaky as such. Yes, we can do things better, but we do want to be more, and we do need to be more effective in when we're getting into the opposition's box, for sure.
And certainly, I mean, Mickleover were very complimentary about the style of play that you had. I think once you've got your midfield gelling, and you've got some real quality in there, haven't you?
Yeah, we have. We haven't got loads of depth, but we have got quality, and they showed that, didn't they, in the first half. But you can see there's a few lads there running towards the end, running on empty, that ultimately, you know, I can't take off the pitch. So, You know, and obviously we go again in 48 hours. So they've got to, you know, like I say, be warriors. You know, we can't sort of feel sorry for ourselves. It's got to get on with it. You know, the reality is everyone's playing again in 48 hours. So we've got to find a way of going to the well, which they will. You know, we've got a good honest group, and hopefully coming away from Matlock on Monday with 3 points.
And of course, when your forward line isn't really firing as well as you want it to, you want goals from elsewhere, and you got a great goal from Ollie Harrison, didn't you? He again turned up, he timed his header well, and gave you a good lead. But you also, Ollie Shenton had a great chance to score a second, didn't he? He got himself clear, had a great game overall, but that header went wide of the post, and if it had gone in the right side, you know, the result might have been different.
Yeah, perhaps, and yeah, that's it. You know, ultimately those moments, you know, there were other moments where we got the goal we scored from the corner resulted from an opportunity where we'd had 2 bites at the cherry where we probably should have scored before that anyway. You know, it came from a restart for throw-in. We worked it really well. A few 1 and 2 touch passes in this right-hand side here, which got Lucas in behind. So, and we have got players that are capable of scoring goals.
I thought Lucas Weir had a great first half. It was the best I've seen him play in a blue shirt.
Yeah, Lucas has got some quality. You know, we know that his left foot's really dangerous. He's a dynamic runner. He travels with it well. He's a big lad, and he looked a little bit leggy in the second half, but. Yeah, listen, we know he's got the quality, and coming in off that right side, I think he scored a goal at Whittam back end of last year in that same sort of area, drifting in and finishing with that left foot, which we know he can do. When he catches one right, no one's saving it. So.
And you must be delighted with the way that Adam Porter settled into the group.
Yeah.
He does look as if he's going to bring something to the table.
Yeah. Listen, I think you look at the balance of the team from the start today. It looked balanced, and which we found in the second half when we made the changes on Tuesday night. You know, we pretty much went with that same lineup that finished the game, and you know, again, with the 40 minutes of the first half, we can't really ask for any more other than the fact that we need to obviously score another goal.
Yeah, without mentioning any names, we know that you're actively seeking another striker, aren't you?
Well, yeah, we need to obviously address the fact that we're not scoring goals now. You know, I'm expecting to find a 25 goal a season striker now, because there's not many of them about. But we have got to find a way of being more effective and also having a bit more stretch in our game as well. You know, when we do come under pressure, you know, we need a bit more threat in behind to sort of alleviate that pressure at times. You know, we're having to be very intricate at the moment to get out of the tight areas when teams are pressing us, and at times we're doing that really well. In the second half, we didn't then find that switch of play, which we were doing in the first half. Obviously, we've got Hursty on the left-hand side who gives you that threat. But obviously, Brendan's more of a link player. Shentz plays in the pockets. Lucas similarly is better when he's got that ball coming and collecting it. So, you know, we know that that's an area, you know, for us to improve. Yeah.
Yeah. So, 2 questions really. One, what's the mood in the dressing room like at the moment?
Yeah, well, they're down, aren't they? They're deflated. You know, it's twice in 4 days where we've conceded goals late, which have ultimately cost us. And the daft thing is, you know, in reality, it's 2 points. It's 2 points. So, you know, at this stage of the season, you know, 2 points is neither in or there in the grand scheme of looking at the context with the league and the fact that everyone looks like they're going to beat everybody, bar maybe 1 or 2. So, again, if we learn the lessons now, and that's the players becoming better and learning from their sort of mistakes, us as a management team as well becoming better and learning, and again, things that we can do differently, whether that be changes into the game or obviously different personnel that we may have to look at externally. You know, I'd rather learn those lessons now than sort of 20 games in, and when we might be saying that those 1 or 2 points can make a big difference.
And looking forward to Monday, where we'll be following you at Matlock Town. Of course, in the context of this mini start to the season, if you like, Matlock are rock bottom, Leek aren't much further ahead of them, but how important is that game at Matlock on Monday?
Well, it's not going to be a season-defining game, but obviously what we do want is a positive mindset going into it. Take the really good things that we have done over the course of the Mickleover second half and today's first half, and try and put that into a whole performance. If we do that, then, you know, we're absolutely more than capable of collecting 3 points. I don't think we've played any team in this league yet where we've been outclassed and looked like a team that's just hanging on for dear life, and it's only a matter of time. So I really believe that, you know, as long as we maintain that sort of positive mindset, we have got enough quality to win games of football. But we do need a little bit more depth, so that's obviously something that me and the staff will be working hard on to try and address. Probably not in time for Monday,
no.
But obviously in the near future for sure.
Well, we'll be with you. I'm sure there'll be a number of supporters going there with us. Hope for a good result on Monday.
Yeah, thank you, Dave.
That's Josh Brehaut, the manager.